What's up, E.D.G family? Kevin here, and today I wanted to talk about Q4 2023 games coming to the channel. I do this preview video every quarter, so you kind of have a really good idea what you're going to see on this channel. I have a couple games that were supposed to be here several months back, delayed, but they will be here in Q4. In fact, we are probably expecting to unbox them in the next couple weeks. So we'll talk about those. We'll also talk about a couple that have slid out of, the Q4 dates. Definitely going to be 2024 releases now. We'll talk about those, and then we'll talk about a couple pre-order and fulfillment we should see at the end of this year. I'll also be doing a video probably in the next couple months on my most anticipated games of 2024, along with a Q1 preview. So definitely subscribe if you want to see that kind of content, what's coming to the channel. I think it's very important to let you guys know. And yeah, I will get us to it. Alright, so before we get into this, I did want to ask you guys all a question. Let me know what you guys think about this. I saw this as a comment in a Kickstarter comment section. Should we as board game backers expect 1 year of delays from these companies, from these designers? Should we expect a full year of delays after the promised or expected date of these Kickstarters? I want you guys to think on that. We'll talk about it at the end of the video, but I want to get us to this, and we're going to talk about the very first one. I do not want to burn myself. Unsettled. Unsettled. This is something I've talked about probably a couple times now. On a preview video, but we should see it in the next couple weeks. I think that is a good thing to say. This is a game that was supposed to fulfill back in, February 2023. So is delayed. Not super crazy, about 6-7 months. But this is a game that I am very, very excited about. Orange Nebula has done a pretty good job keeping backers in the loop on some manufacturing issues they had. I think had they not had that, we probably would have seen it at least 2 months earlier. But we didn't. Unsettled is a sci-fi survival cooperative game. Has a very cool modular system, has a couple different survival tasks on each one, so all of them are definitely replayable several times. Super excited about that. I kind of have a mix of old content, like original prints, expansion planets, as well as some of the new content. So I am very excited for this game. I believe the last announcement was it already hit the port as far as North America goes. I think the rest of the world was going to be like a week or so behind the North America port dates, but should be at the fulfillment center at the beginning of October. So definitely something I would expect to see unboxed mid-October or so, depending on fulfillment. The next one is going to be another one that is something we probably could have seen a couple months ago, had some delays. 20 Strong by Chip Theory Games was a GameFound campaign. I believe they originally wanted this to backers, let's say it was like June? Yeah, June 2023, so nothing too crazy delayed. If you don't know anything about this game, it is a modular deck system with 20 dice. So they have a box for Solar Sentinels, which is kind of Chip Theory's brand new IP for this game. There will be a Too Many Bones box. There will be a Hoplomachus Victorum box. This is a solo game. They have already announced more decks are coming. So very, very cool system by Chip Theory Games. Not like anything else they have. Very good entry point as far as getting into a game from Chip Theory. Super excited about this one. I believe they were expecting this to direct ship from China, from their fulfillment partner, right at the beginning of October, so we'll probably just see a ton of fulfillment throughout October. Cannot guarantee when I'm going to get my copy, but I would say we should see it. We should see it in October more than likely. Very excited about this one as well. The next couple are going to be the ones that are delayed. They're ones that I would have expected a couple times throughout the year to be fulfilled, but they had delays. We're going to talk about the first one, which is the one I honestly don't know when we're going to see. Paradox Initiative. I believe this was something we were supposed to see also back in February. let me look. February 2023. So they are currently looking for a new production partner. So this game has not been produced. As far as I know, they haven't found a new production partner. Elf Creek Games has had issues with several of their Kickstarters. I am not going to have the conversation about that right now. But they have, I believe they got one fulfilled. This is probably the next one on their list to focus on. But I don't know. I don't know when to expect this game. Sometime next year. I wouldn't even say Q1. That would be hopeful thinking. The other one, I would say Q1. And it is, well, if it wants to load, Cytress, the board game. This is one that is probably one of the most indie projects I have backed from Sean Lee. I believe this one is June originally. May 2023. So, a little delayed. I would expect this won't hit a year. It's a cyberpunk dystopian. There's a lot of narrative to this game. Plays 1 to 5. What pulled me in was the mechanics for this game. It's got some worker placement, some I want to say tableau building and area control. So some very cool, unique mechanics on their own, all brought together in this cool cyberpunk world. Art looks fantastic. It has obviously a cool little tower, kind of like the Everdale's tree. Very cool. I am excited for this one still. But like I said, probably Q1. I don't know if we're going to be looking more at the first part of the year or more towards, you know, February, March. Unsure. Sean Lee has done a pretty good job updating the backers as far as what's been going on with the game. So I am not worried about that. The next one we talk about is going to be a pre-order I have. Waffle Time. I have pre-ordered this. It is not shown up yet. I would expect it also sometime in October. Unsure. We'll probably space some unboxings out. This probably won't be as high priority as others, but let me know if you're excited about this game. I thought it was a really cool 1 to 4 family game that, you know, patterns place in on your waffle. There's this really cool syrup mechanic. Kind of hard to show you. I'm going to pull up a picture how this game works. There are some preview videos of this, but when it comes in, we'll obviously do unboxing and get some playthroughs. I think this is a, you know, unique puzzle style pattern, you know, trying to make a pattern with specific fruits and whatnot to score points. Something easily accessible for, you know, my daughter, something my wife could generally like to play. Good family game. Very excited for it. And then the next two are going to be ones that should be here in Q4. The last one, I don't know if I hold my breath on, but this one, I believe we should see it in Q4. It is Iron Forest by Brain Games. Say people that made Ice Cool and Ice Cool 2. This is a little bit more complex version. It's actually a 2-story box. Very, very excited about this. Probably the most unique thing I have coming in this year. It'll be a really fun unboxing. Really cool when we get some playthroughs of it on there too. There is a solo mode, so if you're a solo gamer, solo dexterity games are hard to find, so definitely something worth checking out. But I'm excited for this one. Last update, they had production. It was in production. I think they had all the plastic figured out. They have not charged shipping, so that's kind of my only concern at this point. It is September. They could get shipping, you know, settled in October, which if they do, I would maybe expect more of a December delivery date. We'll see. They originally said November. I believe this was supposed to fulfill back in May. And, yeah, but I am still excited about it. I am still very much excited to get Iron Forest in. Hopefully it will be this year because it looks like a lot of flicking fun. The next one is the one I am unsure. This should still show up in Q4. I believe there are production. I've seen production samples of this game. It's probably the highest, probably the biggest production game I feel like I have for the rest of the year coming in. So I'd be kind of disappointed if it didn't show up. I believe this was originally, again, June, July. June 2023 was the original date for some Tidal Blades 2. Super excited about this one. This is kind of a dungeon crawl campaign game set in the Tidal Blades world. I think it has a very unique card system, something that's been, I believe, previewed almost a year and a half ago. So a lot of content already out about this game. This will be another one that's gonna be really, really cool to unbox, get some plays, you know, play through some of the campaign missions, see how you guys like it. Maybe we'll do the whole thing. I can't guarantee that. But I am excited about this. Another one that has yet also to charge shipping, I believe. We still need to pay for that. So I don't know. This one could easily slip into Q1. I am not going to sugarcoat it, but I think it'll be on the line. Has not been announced yet. But this kind of going to bring me back to what I asked earlier on in this video. As backers, should we expect a year of delays on Kickstarter campaigns? And I'm going to be pretty blunt about it. No. As a backer, you should not expect the company is not going to do what they told you to on the campaign page. If they put June 2023 as their fulfillment date, they should be trying to hit that date. And I feel like with the way backers expect not to get their product on time, it's given those companies, more and more foothold to delay games. Maybe for profit reasons, maybe for production reasons, all kinds of reasons you can delay a game. Not going to get into that. But I want to say, mentality-wise, as backers, if a game comes in a year late, especially if it's poorly communicated, campaign was not ran well, I will not go back for seconds when that company puts another game out. And you shouldn't either. If you've had a bad experience with a crowdfunding campaign, don't go back for seconds. Even if you love the game, wait for it to hit retail. Go to your friendly local game store. Give them some of that, let them have their cut on the game is basically what I'm saying. But do not make excuses for these companies. I have Kickstarters that are early. I have Kickstarters that are basically on time. I would say any time within a month of what they predicted is basically on time. A month after, fulfillment's tricky. Can't deny that. Logistics in this world have gotten more complicated. But I also say, speaking of logistics, during the global pandemic, I didn't have games that were a year out. Most of those were 6 months or less delayed, communicated well. I think that those companies at the time knew that was important to the integrity of what product they're bringing to backers and wanting to bring those backers back for another project. I mean, a lot of companies want you to back everything, that they're doing. They want you to have a fun time with the crowdfunding experience, but I feel like that's been lost in recent times with a lot of these companies. It is time to hold some of these companies accountable. I'm not pointing fingers. In fact, Tidal Blades is not even pointing finger at you. I think this has been a well-communicated campaign. They've had small issues, but they've all been communicated quite well. So this is not a focus at that. It just happened to be the last one I talked about. But I will say, do not expect delays on your Kickstarters. And if you don't like delays on your Kickstarters and you're getting them, don't continuously back that company. In fact, get on the comments section when they do a new crowdfunding campaign and tell them, hey, I wanted to back this game. I love this game, but I'm going to wait to retail because last time it took you a year plus to get me my game. And for me, as a hobbyist, as a content creator, I don't like having money locked up into a game that is late. I could have backed multiple projects. I pass on projects all the time. I cover projects on this channel that generally I am interested in. I hope most of you as, subscribers, as, watchers of these videos are also interested in this game. I wouldn't cover them if I didn't think you guys had interest in them and I didn't have interest in them. So just a couple things to think about when you're looking at that next project. Don't reward some of these companies for being continuously late. I mean, there's companies that are going out of business right now. And I'll tell you right now, if maybe they would have woke up a little sooner, backers not continuously rebacking their games, maybe looking at, what they can improve upon in their process, maybe they would still be around making the same fantastic games they were doing right off the bat. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they would have went out, years ago. But that's something as a backer you need to realize. This is crowdfunding. This isn't gaming companies saying, hey, this is out here, buy it. This is you making a decision to back it. And backing companies that are continuously giving you late products, it's not good business. I do want to point that out there. I did do a video kind of about this a couple months back. I'll link it in there. think it's called Board Game Drama. Definitely kind of hit some of the same points on it. I will say, in my job role, if I had $12 million parts not arriving on time, they wouldn't be $12 million parts, and I probably wouldn't be the one overseeing that right now. So I will throw that out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this preview. A lot of really fun stuff coming. We will talk about 2024, what my top anticipated games are, because there are some good ones. Some really good ones. I was putting the list together yesterday, and it was just like, man, how am I going to rank these? So good. So hopefully, guys, subscribe, like this video, check that out in the future, and let me know what you think about the topic as far as, you know, should we be expecting delays on Kickstarters? I'm going to tell you right now, do not expect delays on Kickstarters. Hold them accountable. Not saying that you got to ruffle them up in the comments section, but just be mindful of that when you back your next project. You want to back somebody that you think will give you your product in the right amount of time, not holding your money up. You could be using to buy you. Fantastic games. So many games out there right now. Don't hold yourself to ones that you're going to have to wait 2-3 years for. Maybe wait for them to go to retail. Get them in. Your call. Your money. But I hope, hopefully this was enjoyable. I will see you guys all on the next one. Much love.